This episode of Reading Time with Rick is something more. It's a manifesto by C-137 Gonzo Riquez. And if you ask me, it truly is a gift he has bestowed upon us. He calls it legalized usury, the crime hiding in plain sight.
Once condemned as a sin, now rebranded as business as usual. In ancient law, usury meant any interest. Lending for profit was condemned in the Torah, forbidden in the Quran, and outlawed by the medieval church. It was seen for what it was, theft dressed as virtue. Walk into any bank, the bright counters, the soothing logos, the tired faces of clerks trained to sell you a lifetime in chains, and you are entering one of the most successful confidence games in human history. That smell isn't a money. It's the smell of blood disguised in paperwork. We call it a mortgage. We call it a loan. But strip the paint off and it's usury. That same ancient sin that got money lenders driven from temples and dropped into the darker circles of Dante's hell. Here's the punchline. The system has convinced the public that it's normal, that paying back to 110% of what you borrowed is just the cost of doing business, that anyone who questions it is naive, uneducated, maybe even dangerous. That right there is the true genius of legalized usury. Not only does it bleed you dry, it makes you thank the butcher for sharpening his blade. The criminal code says usury means 60% a year, but that's a magic trick, focusing you on the annualized rate, while hiding the obscene reality that over decades, the banks take 2 or 3 times what they lent. The law calls it normal, history calls it slavery, and the borrower, still staring down a balance sheet, wondering why success feels like drowning. This is not progress, this is sleight of hand. Legislators buried the original meaning of usury and replaced it with a watered-down definition that allows banks to double or triple their take while claiming it's legal and respectable. This is not some clerical accident. This is by design. Politicians and regulators know it. Judges not along. They have enshrined this racket into law, laundering it with actuarial jargon and compounding equations that ordinary men and women aren't meant to understand. The mathematics are simple. You pay back 2 up to 3 times what you borrow. The public deserves clarity. Usury hasn't been abolished. It's been legalized. The law protects the bankers, not the borrowers. The courts measure annualized rates, ignoring lifetime repayment. The ancients knew better. To the Hebrews, Christians, and Muslims alike, usury meant any profit wrung from lending. Interest was theft disguised as virtue. But somewhere between the Crusades and Bay Street, the definition was rewritten. Now bankers wear the word interest like a badge of honor. What was once condemned as sin is rebranded as the engine of modern civilization. And make no mistake, the engine runs on you.